Andre, firstly, welcome to Manchester City. Great to have you on board. How does it feel for you to become head coach?
Yeah, of course. A lot of feelings, mostly maybe honored to be part of this big and great club, but of course also excited to get started. Really looking forward to it.
What made you want to join City?
Well, I think, of course, like I said, the club is one of the biggest in the world, but also the way Therese and Charlotte is presenting the club. What does it stand for? What do you want from a coach? And everything that's connected to football, but also, there's a lot of things around the club that makes me excited about the job.
I imagine Therese is someone you will have come across when she was a player anyway. So how were those conversations with her, and was it quite nice to sort of be working with her now rather than hoping she doesn't do the business on the pitch?
Yeah, of course. She's. I've been not working with her before, but known her for a long time, and she's a very professional person. And the way she presented this club and everything around it makes me, of course, excited. And giving the opportunity to work here is great.
Can you just tell us about your coaching philosophy? Obviously, the teams you've been involved in like to play with the ball, attractive, free-flowing football. How would you describe your philosophy and how you want your team to be set up?
Yeah, that's probably always the biggest question and the most difficult, because you have only short time. But I think it's the most important thing for me is to, first of all, how do I maximize the players? What kind of players do we have? What is the philosophy of the club? And then, of course, my own philosophy, that to have a combination of those things, that will be what you will see with the team. But for me, it's, of course, this team requires a lot of attacking game, a fluent game like we are talking about. But also, when you don't have the ball, to as quickly as possible and as high up as possible, try to win the ball back. But I would like to control the games and with the ball mostly. And I think with this squad, there is a lot of good opportunities for that.
So it seems like your own philosophies and those of the club are almost perfectly aligned, really.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's one of my key things, to come in and not trying to change the world. It's about continuing the job that has been done and take it to the next level.
Looking back at last season at City, we didn't quite hit the heights that we were hoping might be able to achieve. What did you make of what you saw, both the bits that you were impressed by and also the bits you think you can improve on and work on next season?
Yeah, I think I haven't seen all the games. I've seen a lot of games, and it's very difficult for me to have an evaluation of the team's performance. Of course, there is a lot of things that I think is already very good. The attacking game is very direct in some parts. You're creating a lot of goals. But of course, we need to be better in finding ways of doing in different ways. So we're not just attacking in one way. We need to have different ways. But also in the talking about the defending, there is things also in watching the games that we can improve. But I need to put more in detail of those things. I need to talk about the evaluation from the coaching staff and from the club in total, what will be the things that they have seen, and after that add my own ideas.
And talking about your own ideas and the way you play, you've had so much success at club level and international level. I suppose the real crowning one that will stand out is winning the previous version of the Champions League with Umeå. It was obviously a long time ago, but I imagine that's something you're still incredibly proud of and you've taken forward in your coaching career since.
Yeah, of course. It's always the biggest, what is the biggest achievement you have as a coach? And I think, of course, that is, but it's a long time ago, but there is parts in it that you still are using, and things that you can bring with you, and creating this winning mentality is an important thing for me, because we can play good football, but everything is in the end about winning, and I think that's an important part for me. that we find ways to win and bring that ability.
And how have you developed as a coach from club football and also international football? What are maybe the differences that have maybe helped you develop as well?
Yeah, I think you bring things from all different jobs you have had. I think for me, I've been working with clubs, and then I've been in national teams. I've been working with boys, men, and women. And I think all those parts has created the kind of leadership or playing philosophy that I have. And there's different parts, and I think that's the most interesting thing with this job, to be able to work in different environments is making the complete coach, or as complete coach as you can get. I think that makes me grow, and that's also excites me.
It's the £1 million question. What are your ambitions at City? What are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah, I think it's all about also what the club's ambitions is about. I think, like I said earlier, we would like to win. We also have some things of how we would like to play football. But one thing is also developing players. I think it's a key thing for me also that meanwhile we are getting results, we also want the players every day to become better. And that is one of my biggest job also, that they feel motivated, that they feel that they are taking steps in their football career, and that's an important part too.
It sounds like it really excites you working with young players and developing, and this is an exciting young squad.
Yeah. I'm excited to work with people, working with people that has the same motivation, ambitions as I have, and that is young players, but also older players. I think all female players is in general interested in becoming better and trying to find the next step. And that, of course, excites me and also challenge me, because I need to find different ways in different players. And that's definitely an interesting job I have.
As you mentioned, it's an incredibly strong squad already, but I imagine recruitment this summer is also something you're excited to work with Therese and Charlotte about, without obviously going into loads of detail, but I suppose it's an important conversation and something we might see bear fruit this summer.
Yeah, of course. First of all, like you're saying, the squad is great. I think that there is so much talent inside of the group, with both young and older players and an experienced player. The mix is great. But of course, there is always important to have some new, fresh players coming in. But I think Therese and Charlotte is the one that is leading that. I can definitely put my inputs, but I have my fully trust in the things that they are doing, is doing the best for the club and for the team, and I totally trust the team that they will build for me.
And before you obviously are able to really sink your teeth into the City job, you have the small matter of the Euros this summer with Denmark. How are you sort of looking forward to that, and how have preparations gone so far?
Yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to that. I think we have had some ups and downs in preparations, but I think we have a very talented squad. The highest level of the team is very high. We have some challenging in keeping the level high during the games. But if everything fits, I think Denmark has a good opportunity to have a great summer and a long summer in Switzerland.
And I suppose as well, there's a chance you could come up against some of your new City players. So I imagine you'll be sort of following their progress as well over the summer.
Yeah, of course. But I think that the key thing for me during summer will be Euro and everything around that. And when that is over, my full focus will be in Man City. Like I said earlier, Therese and Charlotte will be running everything around here, and if they need my inputs, I will definitely be part of that. But during summer, it's Euro.
And just finally, do you have a message for the fans who I'm sure are really excited to see you become our head coach?
Yeah, I would say that like I said in the beginning, I'm very honored to be part and getting this job. Extremely excited to meet the players, the staff, and of course also the fans. I will do everything I can to take this to the next level and continue the journey that has been starting, and making sure we can play attractive and winning football.
Andre, I'm sure I speak for everybody when I say we're really excited to be on that journey with you. So thank you for your time and welcome to Manchester City.
Thank you very much.